from the yellow dish with some insects. Today we are going to observe some insects in our dish. We are crawling here. We are trying to escape, but we are sitting in terrarium, and I got some new interesting beetles to show you today, especially Rhino beetle. But I started from our famous Stag beetles, genus Dorcus, to show you just many of them just for beginning, because today we can observe different families, different groups of beetles with different behavior, different biology, and we can increase zoom and observe it under the high magnification and feed them. I put here some flowers just for protection. Hello Kamar, hello people who is joining us. I can take off some flowers because I want to feed them. That's why flowers are not necessary. I can add flowers later. Today we can observe Rhino beetle, Darkling Beetles, Stag beetles, Weevils, some Ladybugs, and we started from our famous Dorcus. I guess people like beetles because beetles are very funny. Many beetles distributed in tropics, but I am not in tropics, I am in temperate region. I am in Kyiv, capital of Ukraine. Today we are inviting audience to observe different beetles. Stag beetles, Darkling beetles, scarab beetles, flower beetles, Weevils and click beetles, and even some carabid beetles, ground beetles. So quite many of them. You can recognize here some flower beetles. This one, family Scarabidae. We have two species, two Scarabidae, this one and this one, Cetonia. Maybe Cetonia aurata, maybe not. This is of course worm. This is not a beetle. It was just for fun. Because all of them are living in terrarium. I collected them yesterday and 2 days ago. We are sitting here separated from terrarium. Terrarium is big, that's why I put them all together in small dish to show them all together. Greetings to all Entomologist, Sloan Killer, funny nickname. So these beetles are convenient for observations because they are crawling slowly. They are not very fast. They are not escaping quickly. They can fly, but they can make preparation for flight slowly. That's why I can observe them under the zoom. Sometimes they are trying to escape and can fly too. Last time our Dorcus tried to fly and open elytros. Yesterday I showed you how to mount Rhino beetle for entomological collection. So because I had some material for mounting. But today we have living insects. We have living Rhino beetle. Oh, right. You see, Cetonia is flying. Cetonia tried to escape by flight. Yeah, this green one. This green one, switch on, wins. So that's also funny, because the lamp is very strong. So we can observe flight directly online. Maybe our Rhino beetle will be flying too, trying to escape, because he has tried already to escape. And I collected Rhino beetle today just on asphalt road, stony road. Just waiting a little what will be going on for this specimen. Maybe we'll try to fly again. This one flew very quickly because of strong light of lamp. What kind of beetles do you like? Write in comments. Do you like my funny Stag beetles? Or maybe you like this one? Yes, this is a Rhino beetle. This is a male Rhino beetle, because this is a horn beetle. I can show you the horn. Yes, horn is very fine. There are some flowers of rosy hip. And we see here also transparent wing and the elytra. This is a Rhino beetle. Okay, now moving. Maybe he will try to fly too. It needs some time for preparation before flight. I collected it just 2 hours ago in darkness, just on the road. Yes, this is a Rhino beetle or Rhinoceros beetle. Welcome to our stream in English for today. Today we are going to show you different beetles of different families, and this family is scarab beetles, family Scarabiidae. If some people are writing strange messages will be deleted automatically, because we have some filter for automatically deleting some strange messages, but good messages will appear regarding beetles, regarding insects. Welcome to write messages, welcome to write questions. This is male of Rhino beetle. With very strong first pair of legs, with small tiny mites on the body. This mite on the body is not dangerous one, but just traveling on the body with horn. Here this is a horn. And this is male. So you see, so you can recognize the horn, that this is a male. Because male has horn and female has no horn. And sometimes on the down part of body, many mites can be observed. Here just there are some mites, but not many. So you see between thorax and abdomen there are some small dots. These are mites on the body. For beetle is normal behavior because in many cases he can be turned like this. Beetle can open wings and easily turn around, even in a smooth table. You can see here, these are mites. These are tiny mites. I put some flowers of rosa hip for indication that rosa hip is in blossom now. Matthew Mato, what country are you coming from to our stream? Kamar, what country are you coming to our stream? Write in comments. Kamar, what is your home country and city? Are you from India or not? Mateo, what is your home country? Write in chat for communication. Beetle is very strong. Turn it again. To be moveless, this is a special adaptation for insects. If you do not move, predator can decide that you are not live and that this is a kind of stone. Do not touch. That's why insects in front of dangerous situation, in front of predator, becoming moveless. And beetle has a lot of adaptations how to turn around on the back, from back on the bottom. Rhino beetle has very strong first pair of legs because he is coming from underground, from very strong soil, and it needs to crush the soil to make hole for exit. Because male has to go out of place of hibernation. Beetle is developing very slowly. The larva developing very slowly. Larva is living 3 or 4 years underground. But beetle is living not more than 2 or 3 weeks. Adult living very short time. But larva eating rotten wood, rotten leaves, roots of plants underground as a decomposer, making decomposition of plants underground. So larva is developing very slowly, 3-4 years. And only in May, June, larvae becoming pupa, and from pupa, adult is emerging. If you can collect a grown larva, you can keep it in with some substrate in captivity. It's quite easy to receive beetle in captivity as well. Larva can eat some wood, a substrate in terrarium, and I had some experience receiving Rhino beetles in winter time. Beetles just hatched somewhere in December and January. Very surprisingly, because I kept them in my room at home temperature 20-25 Celsius degree. They were developing during autumn and winter time and emerged in December and January. But this one just hatched today. This beetle flew on the light of lamp on the street and fell down just on the road. It was laying on the road. And surprisingly, I was very careful about what's going on, what's laying on the road. And I noticed this beetle just on the asphalt road and collected it just for this video. Hello, angry folks. Today we're observing our beetles. And for beginning, we play with male of Rhino beetle. This is male. Yes, beetle is digging very well. I kept larvae in plastic cage from milky cream. And when a beetle emerged, beetle was sitting inside plastic cage. And beetle used this first pair of legs for digging and for making hole through plastic. Beetle can use this strong first pair of legs like scissors. Like scissors can cut roots of plants, can cut strong wood, soil, and even in my case, in my laboratory, one time beetle just like scissors used his first pair of legs, cut a plastic cage and escaped. And I know it is just because he made a noise, just cutting plastic. So this beetle is very strong, can escape even from plastic cage. With relatively strong plastic for sure. He cannot escape from very, very strong plastic cage. I kept in a plastic cage with milk from yogurt, a big cage, maybe 1 liter cage. And beetle was so strong, so it escaped from plastic. And cut it, this plastic with these legs. First pair of legs, this one. They're very strong, very sharp, like scissors. So it's very strong. Force is very strong. If you can keep him in a paper cage, he can crash paper cage for sure and can escape because of so strong legs. Okay, someone is joining us. We're back to our stag beetles and flower beetles. Stag beetles of genus Dorcus, flower beetles of genus Cetonia. And we have small darkling beetle, this one. I'm not sure alive or not. So here darkling beetles, no, here stag beetles, Lucanidae, genus Dorcus, and flower beetle of genus Cetonia. This one was trying to escape by flight already. Maybe can repeat it again. Last time we were feeding them with banana fruit. Yes, today we can do it the same, but we can feed them with apricot fruit. Today I have apricot, so I clean the territory and give them apricot. Let's see how they will be feeding on apricot. I'm sure they will be very happy about it. Okay, so I'm giving them a piece of apricot. They can recognize smell very well, so we need some water, need some juice. We will be very happy about moisture in food. This is apricot. So let's see how we will try to eat it. Now we are busy because of light. I can turn back so we can feel it better. I can move in direction of light. Okay, some already recognized. This one already feeding. This one already too. Flower beetle also. Okay, they found it. They found piece of food. Very happy beetles. This small darkling beetle just dead. This one found the food. You can recognize the tongue eating. Happy honey beetles of genus Dorcus, family Lucanidae, Stag beetles. They are quite common in May, June, end of May, beginning of June. We just emerge from old trees. They are living usually under the bark of trees and inside old, rotten, destroyed wood, destroyed stems or roots of plants, or just in trunks of old trees. So that's why we're just emerging from the soil and from the evening time, before darkness. We're not crawling usually on the ground in daytime. Their main activity is nighttime, and their mating activity is just before darkness. They can also pretty well fly, but usually they are crawling. If somebody can recognize my message, write in comments what is your home country. Kamar, are you from India? Matthew is from unknown country as well. Thank you for likes. You can write some message or you can send some smiles. Or is this kind of competition? You can see here some beetles of big size, some beetles of smaller size. Beetles were belonging to a group of Holometavida. I have stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. So beetles are not growing. But why we are so different in size? We are so different in size because larva was different. One larva was developing under the ground in very comfortable conditions, with good temperature, good food, good moisture, and maybe smaller one was developing in very uncomfortable conditions, with dry wood, where some limitation of food, and with maybe very hot conditions. That's why smaller larva just pupated, and from smaller pupa we got smaller adult, like this. From big larva received big one, and this is also big one. This is a male with big mandibles. Oh, right. You see here, this was flying attempt. This beetle was flying like a small drone. Now in this time of war in Ukraine, question about drones is very, very common. So these beetles just buzzing like drones. So this one was trying to fly because of strong light. So Alexander was talking something about artificial intelligence. Right. Artificial intelligence is a funny stuff, but it's much more interesting to show you natural intelligence of nature, to show you some animals, some beetles, some other insects. Not picture, not photographs, not artificial intelligence picture, but just online picture from yellow plate. How we're feeding. Oh, you see, even just this funny diplopoda. This diplopoda worm was trying to feed on juice of apricot. This diplopoda. This nice one. Yes, beetles are feeding very well. It's much more funny to show many beetles rather than to show just few one, because when many beetles we can make different actions, different movements. And you can see them under different angles. And these beetles are pretty large, easy to show them. Very busy beetles. Very busy flower beetle. See, green one is eating. I see. But I have different beetles like this one. Did you recognize them? These are click beetles. Yesterday we were jumping very well. This is a food for them. When we are active, we always try to escape, making not noise, sometimes noise, but we're making clicks, actions, movements. This is a family Elateridae, click beetles. If you keep them in hands, they will escape very easily by clicking, jumping, and then flying. Click beetles are very clever to escape by this special trick, by clicking and turning around and jumping for about 10-15 centimeters, long distance, far away. We are crawling very well. Much better than stag beetles. Stag beetles are very lazy. Hoppa! Jumping. Clicking. Have you heard? Click. Noise of click. Try again. Dorcus is trying to fly as well. Try to show you. Wait a minute. This Dorcus is trying to fly. This one. Finished. Closed. Close the wings. Alright. Maybe we'll try again. Might be thinking. This is stag beetle of genus Dorcus. Usually we are just crawling ground, on asphalt, on stones, on trees, bark of trees. But sometimes we can fly very well. Yeah, he's making preparation for flight. Breathing. You see, litters are moving a little bit. Let's show us how you can fly. Lazy. Little bit lazy. Do not repeat it again. Repeat it again. One is smaller, one is bigger. Okay, try to open litters. This one very active. Because flight is a good way for escape. If there is kind of threat, beetle can escape. Okay, opening wings, opening litters. Show your skills. Show your airplane skills. Right. quickly, but not far away. Yes. Should. So on 35th minute, this beetle tried to escape. Crawling on the top, on the hill. Okay, we'll try to fly again. Okay, good idea to show us how you can fly. Making preparation, opening editors, making a little bit buzzing, small noise, show transparent wings, little bit jumping, but not escaping. So Dorcas is trying to fly. Nice skills. Skill to fly, but not a very strong fly. Little bit difficult. But others are very busy eating on apricot. Only one is busy to escape, trying to escape. Others are sitting and eating, you see, very busy with food. And both Cetonia, both two green beetles became busy. And even Diplopoda is busy too. This lovely worm is eating fruits as well. This one. Small Diplopoda. This one. This Cetonia and this one. And these are Stag beetles. What's about our Rhino beetle? Rhino beetle is here. I do not show how Rhino beetle is eating because the Rhino beetle does not eat. I cannot open a window because it's night time today in Kyiv. It's a midnight. It's too dark. If I open windows, just some flies will come, some mosquitoes. But beetles will fall down on the ground. I will release them just to my terrarium for further observations. Rhino beetle didn't try to fly, at least in this dish. When he was sitting in a box, he was opening wings. Now, wings are closed very well. What about next kind of beetles? Next kind of beetles coming to our stream. Thank you, Alexander, for your stories about beetles. Very funny, very interesting. I'm going to show you some other beetles. These beetles are lovers of mushrooms. These beetles are lovers of apricots, lovers of banana fruits. Star beetles can use it as a food, can be attracted as a trap. But we have another beetles, very funny. Darkling beetles, Diaperis boletti, Latin name Diaperis boletti. And this one is not a rubbish. This is dried mushroom. Mushroom was destroyed on the tree, and just I cut at a piece of mushroom, and mushroom just dried. So we're eating even dry mushroom. Usually we are developing on fresh and soft mushroom. Polyporus, genus Polyporus. But these are eating dry mushroom, or genus Polyporus, or peasant's mushroom, which are usually growing on trees. Alexander is making a new story about flying horn beetles. Yes, sometimes horn beetles flying very well. Very well. I'm living on the 5th floor of apartment building, and when I did some collecting with light trap a few years ago before war, sometimes, several times by the way, horn beetles, Rhinoceros beetles came to my balcony on the 5th floor of my apartment building. So the distance from the ground where we are living, where we're hatching, up to the 5th floor of big apartment building with strong light, is just normal distance for them to fly far away, despite their heavy size, their strong shape, and you think they fly badly. No, Rhino beetles flying very well. So I put light trap with very strong lamp on the 5th floor, and Rhino beetle, male and female, came so far away. But these are mushroom beetles, Diaperis boletti. They're feeding mushrooms. Mushrooms which are usually decomposers. I have also one interesting, not a beetle, but I show you. Today I collected here flowers. Here you can recognize these small white pieces. These are flowers of this plant. This one. These flowers are now in blossom on this tree. This tree is very interesting one. Why? Because I collected something interesting. I collected several pieces of these flowers, and I recognized I collected something strange. Right. Can you recognize what is it? Who is sitting on this plant? This is very nice Noctuidae moth, definitely a family Noctuidae, but you can recognize how pale this caterpillar. This caterpillar has this very nice mimicry. Thank you for hearts, thank you for smiling. When I put it to my box, I recognize where I collected the caterpillar. Can you recognize caterpillar? Mimicry is so great. Caterpillar is practically invisible, with same coloration like down part of leaves. Same silver, whitish and silver shape, silver color. Coloration still the same. Leaves are not green. Okay, upper side is green, but down part is white silver. This is a great adaptation of mimicry to be invisible. So who will be coming? Let's keep it inside cage. Maybe you can receive pupa. You can receive adult. The size of caterpillar is about 3 centimeters, quite a big one. But I collected it just by cage. So wood coloration to be invisible for predators. And you see here, she's sitting and eating flowers. So sitting on a flower and ate a small piece of flower. It's definitely that this is a host plant, because coloration is the same. If you know this plant, write in comment that you know this plant. And also you can recognize here some sucking insects also developing on this plant. This is caterpillar, big one. But you can, if you're careful, you can try to make magnification. Bigger magnification. But you see here, someone is moving here. Here very tiny hemiptera, pseudococcidae. These are not aphids. Maybe Psyllidae, maybe not. Maybe aphids. No, these are coccidae or pseudococcidae or Psyllidae. Needs to watch under the microscope. These are tiny sucking insects. You see, they are moving. This is not a... Yeah, you see. I guess this is Psyllidae or other family of Hemiptera. Sucking insects. They're moving. Very tiny, about 1 millimeter size. Also sitting on the down part of leaves and moving. Attached to the leaf by proboscis and sucking with juice. They're sitting here, and on. Not many of them, but there are some. Will be interesting to check them under the microscope. Okay. Greetings to you and best greetings from this lovely caterpillar. Do you like this caterpillar? I like these flowers because they smell. They smell very well. Even very strong smell. Very distinctive smell. And caterpillar likes the flowers as well as a food. I guess this is a family of Noctuidae. If not, we can breed it and receive pupa and adult. You can check what is the species. And who is the small one? Small one, this is a trips. Tiny trips. Trips like very much flowers, so they crowding on flowers. Yes, you see. Thrips need some sucking. Juice, flying very well. Tiny thrips, black one. Even with these tiny thrips, we have some parasitoids. There are some parasitoids of genus Megaphragma, parasitoids of thrips, but they are known only from Romania and from England. They are still not found in Ukraine. Maybe they can be found in Crimea or in Odessa district. You see here tiny thrips with black coloration. I can try to show you. Can you see it? This one. This is a thrips. Thripidae. With wings. Cleaning, grooming wings. Okay, greetings from Caterpillar, and we can go to another cage for next observation. I put Caterpillar in cage. Can observe for the break these beetles. Can observe this beetle. Who is the next? Who is the next? Do you want to see more insects? Yes, we have more. We have many of them. As I promised in my title, there are some weevils, tiny beetles, weevils, family Curculionidae. They're sitting on leaves and eating it. They're not flying, they're just crawling very quickly. But we have food here, so we're not busy. We're a little bit busy. Alexander from unknown country. Probably from Northern Territories, I guess. And wrote some stories about hornbeats and already finished communication, I guess. If somebody from English-speaking country watching us, write in comments what is your home country. Or if you're from Ukraine, write message from Ukraine. These are tiny beetles, weevils. Genus Polydrusus enustus. They're feeding some leaves, damaging leaves of rose hip. You see, family Rosaceae. I have recorded them, their behavior, and I feed them here with leaves for experiments. They're very interesting for observations. Maybe they can be used also for DNA study. So I keep them for DNA research. Because for DNA we need fresh insects. And quite easy to feed them. Just give them fresh leaf These are Weevils family Curculinidae. We will not eat dry leaves, but fresh one will eat very well. This is for their food for tomorrow. We have more beetles. Here more beetles. Family Coccinellidae, ladybugs. Some larvae. Some aphids as a food for them. Larvae, this is a larva crawling on the stick. It's more difficult to show them because they're running very quickly, crawling very quickly. I can try to open to show them. I gave them some aphids for food. So some green plants here, not for caterpillars, not for ladybugs. Green plants here for aphids. Because beetles are predators. We're feeding on sucking insects. But we already ate them all, I guess. Here at least 2 species of ladybugs with different coloration. This is black and orange. This impunctata. This is Asian ladybug. And there are some larvae. Here I need to be careful to prevent the escape. All right, I know what I do. I will give them food, fresh one, because today I collected fresh food for them. I collected a lot of food. Exactly. I forgot. I will give them fresh food. Do not escape, please. Do not escape. They're running very quickly. Okay, with some of them even found the food. If we find the food, we will be very quiet. This is food is here. Larvae has found the food. Yes, we found. Can propose them a lot of food. Here lives with aphids, some big colony of aphids. Ladybugs eating aphids. This is caterpillar. This is larva. Larva of ladybug. These are coccinelle bipunctata with 2 spots. And this is aphid with wings. These are larvae. Yeah. Some beetles recognize aphids, but some are not. Some are still trying to fly, try to escape. Oh. Feeding. This is a feast of beetles. We're happy to feed on aphids. Aphids are sucking insects. You see how many of them here. You see on the leaf, on the downside of plum leaf. These are white bubbles. with some extract after feeding aphids and different type of aphids, males and females, or maybe only females, and small larvae. And here beetles feeding. Coccinella is a very important predator, feeding on aphids and other sucking insects. So very important entomologist. Insects which are controlling, these insects are controlling the number, the population of pests in your garden, in your orchard, on agricultural crops. Some aphids can escape, but nevertheless larvae can be destroyed by ladybugs. Larvae of ladybugs, adults. So you see how they are feeding. And here. Yeah, a restaurant for ladybugs. Nice restaurant. This is another one. Restaurant part 2. I tried to catch one escaped. Big ladybug, big Asian ladybug. Yes. With food, we became very quiet. And here's some beetle. I'm not quite sure the family of this beetle. Usually flower beetles. You can write what is the family of this beetle. I'm not quite sure. Very interesting restaurant for beetles. We can see colony of aphids, tiny ladybugs feeding on aphids. Aphids are sitting on the down part of plum leaf. Not cherry, but plum. I collected just today. Some ants, Formica nigra, were also together with aphids So I found very big colony. Many ants, many aphids, sorry. Can make magnification. Oh, weevils. Okay. What was about here? About our stag beetles. We're still eating. Yes, we're eating. We're very busy. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for interest and curiosity. Thank you for joining our stream. What will be if I can put here Rhino beetle for company. Rhino beetle will make a noise. Will not eat apricot. He has no mouth. He cannot eat mouth. He cannot eat it. Yes. Making a noise. Making disturbance. Disturbing. What are you doing here? What are you doing? I'm crawling. And what are you doing here? Let's crawl together. You collected a rhino beetle. Do not try to feed it. At least these pieces. Some stag beetles we can eat. Fruits. But rhino beetle, Rictus nasicornis doesn't eat. Hello Oleg. Today I collected this rhino beetle and tried to show it when he's very active today. I put it to terrarium, but in terrarium he's usually hiding in soil, and maybe behavior will be different. So that's why better to show it immediately, same day. Fresh active insects are better to be shown. Stag beetles Dorcus were eating apricot. Sweet apricot from Turkish Republic. I just bought it in a shop. For myself, for me, and for beetles. Такой у нас сегодня был стрим, посвященный жукам. Вы на канале доктор Виктор Fursov, Entomologist, Beekeeper, Teacher. Сегодня у нас был стрим про жуков различных семейств. Today we had stream about beetles of different families. We observed Lucanidae, Elateridae, Scarabaeidae, Coccinellidae, and Curculianidae. Watch stream from the beginning. You can find different beetles from different families. Hello everyone who is watching us. Thank you for your interest and curiosity. I gave some food for these beetles, so we're not hungry, we're not thirsty. But Rhino beetle is not eating. Stag beetles are very hungry, but Rhino beetle is not hungry. Thank you for being with us. Welcome to subscribe to my channel if you do not subscribe yet. Subscribe, write comments below the video, and you can be sponsor of my channel. Welcome to be sponsor on Patreon, on YouTube. Links are given under this video. And you can use Monobank in Ukraine. Monobank card, very convenient. I hope it was funny, entertaining for you. And don't forget, this video from Ukraine. Stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, help Ukraine. And Ukraine forever. See you soon in next streams. The sooner the better. Bye bye.